This looks beautiful and funny. What are you guys doing?
A family had just moved into their new home. But soon after settling in, their young daughter started talking about an imaginary friend. At first, her mother thought it was harmless, until the girl described this friend in strangely detailed, unsettling ways that no child should know. So one night, she decided to set up a camera in her daughter's room. Let's watch.
Do you want to play? Do you want to? Do you want to sleep? Come on, please.
When the recording starts, the girl is quietly playing with her toys, chatting to someone unseen. Suddenly, the closet door behind her begins to creak open on its own. She freezes and stares at it as if expecting something. A low rumbling echoes through the room. Then she slowly stands and walks out, never breaking eye contact with the closet, as if she knows exactly what's inside. Some say it was her imaginary friend. Others believe it was something much darker. Late one night, Ojek was lying in bed scrolling through his phone when a faint rustling broke the silence. He looked up toward the corner of his dimly lit room, where an old doll sat propped against the wall. As he stared, the doll slowly shifted, its head tilting as though something had pushed it. Ojek froze. There were no drafts, no movement, nothing that could have caused it. He recorded the moment, hoping to find a logical explanation later. But the footage only made things worse. Whether it was friction or something unseen, the doll moved, clearly, deliberately on its own. A man living in an apartment in Poland began experiencing strange events whenever he was alone. His roommates were often away, and during those nights, unsettling noises echoed through the hallways. Determined to capture whatever was happening, he kept his phone ready. One night, while home alone, he heard water running in the bathroom. Confused, he checked the room and found the faucet turned on by itself. Take a look.
Hej, ogólnie to od jakiegoś czasu cały czas coś, właśnie takie dziwne hałasy.
moments later, after turning off the tap, the hallway light he had just switched on suddenly flicked off again, almost as if someone was standing in the dark beside him. A few nights later, things escalated. Loud banging echoed outside his bedroom. Heart racing, he stepped out carefully, recording everything. Let's watch.
Nie, ja pierdol... Co jest, kurwa?
The hallway was empty, but the kitchen looked as if a violent force had torn through it. Objects scattered everywhere. Terrified, the man ran back inside his room, convinced something unseen lived with him. A woman was home alone one night. Her husband was away for work, and she was resting in the guest bedroom. Now converted into their baby's room, the crib stood beside her bed, and a security camera was mounted in the corner, set to detect any movement. Everything was calm, her baby sleeping peacefully, until something strange began to happen. Let's watch.
Oh my God. Oh.
At first, the blanket beside her started to shift, not a normal movement, but as if someone unseen was trying to slide underneath it. Moments later, the pillow next to her slowly sank down, as though someone had just laid their head on it. She froze. There was absolutely no one else in the room, yet the camera captured everything: the moving blanket, the sinking pillow, but no visible presence. Terrified, she grabbed her baby and ran. To this day, she swears something was lying right next to her that night. Something she could not see. Antonio was alone in the house that night. As he walked downstairs using only his phone's flashlight, something already felt wrong. He tried switching on the lights, but nothing happened. The entire floor stayed dark except for the faint glow of his camera guiding him. Slowly, he stepped into the dining room. The table looked normal, quiet, untouched, and then everything changed.
Tengo mucho miedo. Me quedé solo en la casa. Me han pasado cosas desde que vi ese maldito video. Escucho cosas. No hay luz. No sé qué hacer. Escucho muchas cosas. Ay, Dios, tengo miedo. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No mames.
A distant whisper. A sudden shift in the air. Suddenly, a dining chair scraped violently across the floor, moving on its own with slow, deliberate force. Antonio froze. His breathing turned shaky as an unseen presence seemed to close in around him. After that, Antonio sees that a terrifying figure is peeking at him from the darkness, and the video ends right there. I found this video extremely creepy when I watched it, and I kept wondering, what exactly was that figure? What do you think it was? Jonathan Valanque works the night shift at a factory located in an undisclosed area. He's used to long, quiet nights alone, but one shift took a terrifying turn when he began hearing noises that didn't belong there. According to Jonathan, he suddenly heard loud clangs echoing through the empty building.
¿Quién anda ahí? Puta, la escalera. Escalera caída. Pucha. Aquí no hay nadie. ¿Quién anda ahí?
Sounds that were too unusual to ignore. Feeling uneasy, he took out his phone to record, hoping to capture whatever was causing the disturbance. Inside the room, a ladder that had been standing perfectly upright moments earlier is now lying flat on the ground. No one else was in the building. No wind, no machinery running. Yet something had knocked it over. Jonathan checks the room, confused and increasingly tense, but this was only the beginning. Minutes later, something else happens. Take a look.
Puta, abajo. ¿Quién anda ahí? No te tengo miedo. Uy, hijo de puta. No te tengo miedo. Hijo de puta.
As Jonathan films the area, an object on the floor suddenly shifts, moving on its own right in front of him. Before he can even react, a second object is violently thrown off a table as if hit by full force. Jonathan freezes. He writes that the atmosphere in the room instantly changed. He felt a heavy, suffocating presence surrounding him, making it difficult to breathe. Still recording, he cautiously makes his way downstairs to check where the objects had fallen. Let's watch.
Las cosas que se cayeron. La loción. Sea lo que sea, no te tengo miedo. Para nada te tengo miedo.
The lower floor appears empty. Yet Jonathan insists he could feel something lurking nearby. A presence he couldn't see but could sense. With multiple objects moving on their own and the disturbing ambience that filled the factory, Jonathan believes he may have captured something truly unexplainable. Was this something paranormal? A restless spirit wandering the factory, or something else entirely? walked through the deserted night market long after closing, expecting silence. Instead, a faint scream echoed between the metal shutters, sharp enough to freeze her mid-step. She followed the sound, but every stall was locked tight, every aisle empty. The crying grew louder, closer, almost circling her, yet no one appeared no matter how quickly she turned. By the time she reached the far end, the screams felt like they were coming from the walls themselves. Then, silence. Instant. Absolute. A little girl was just picking up some snacks when this was captured. An invisible figure was trying to pull the little girl's snack box, but the girl didn't let go. However, this strange moment was captured on camera. So what was this mysterious thing? Tell me in the comments. Jay Breezy had been a hospital security guard for years, and nothing unusual had ever happened during his night shifts, until one moment changed everything.
Look at I saw that shit. I saw that shit. See, I saw that shit. And I'm like, and then it disappeared over there by the desk. And I'm like, okay. So I looked at the camera. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna calm down. So I wanted to tell the camera, y'all see that shit? Y'all saw that shit, right? I'm telling CHA, did y'all see that? Okay.
While walking through a quiet hallway, Jay suddenly noticed a faint, shadow-like figure drifting across the corridor. At first, he thought his eyes were playing tricks on him. But when he checked the CCTV footage, the shadow appeared clearly on camera, shaken but trying to stay calm. Jay continued his rounds.
Motherfucker decided to show itself again. See it? See it? It's faint though. I looked at it like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I hesitated, so I just threw something because I didn't know what to do, you know. But that time it came from over my head though, for some reason. I don't know, but I was like, you know what?
A few nights later, the same figure returned. This time it moved closer to his desk, briefly appearing beside him before fading away. Startled, Jay threw a small object toward the spot in panic, even though he knew it probably wouldn't help. The haunting didn't stop there.
Look at that. There's no way that could have failed by, like, somebody didn't do that. Something did that by itself. How could a ceiling light fall on its own like that?
In another part of the hospital, a ceiling light cover suddenly fell straight to the floor. Many assumed it was loose, but Jay insisted something had forced it down. Then came the moment that convinced him completely. A cold breeze brushed past Jay, moving toward an elevator before disappearing. Seconds later, he felt something lightly touch his shoulder, even though no one was around. Let's watch.
Look. There you go. Look at that. It was cold. I'm like, oh, shit. I wanted to follow it and feel. See, I'm trying to feel, like, follow the cold breeze. I saw it going towards the elevator. So I went there. It was actually a cold breeze towards the elevator, then it just stopped. So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, okay. Then something touched me. I'm like, what the fuck? Something touched me. I'm still trying to see, like, where is it at? Like, it vanished, so how is it still touching me or something? I don't know. It's creepy. So I'm like, okay.
Victor was home alone in his apartment when strange noises began echoing through the walls. He started recording, explaining that no one else was there, when suddenly, a whisper came from right beside him.
Home alone, and I'm pretty sure I'm hearing noises, things in that back room. Hello? Please tell me you guys heard that. I'm home alone too. Man, I'm not trying to do this. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go in here. Oh my... Bro,
Loud banging echoed from one of the doors. When he checked, an object flew across the room from nowhere. That night, around 3 a.m., he woke up again to another sound.
Why is that? What the Who's here? Hello? Nope. And out of that hallway back there. Oh my... What the fuck is that? Oh my... What the fuck is that?
As he turned on his camera, a hand appeared from behind a doorway. Just the hand, no face. He rushed over, but the figure had vanished.
Bro, I don't want to go back there. I do not want to go back there. There's nobody in this room, bro, and there's nobody under the bed. Dude, what was that? It was a freaking hand. Freaking out, dude, I gotta get out of this apartment. I gotta get out of this apartment. I don't want to go in there. What the fuck are those doing over there, bro? Why is the stuffed animals over there?
After that, the activity grew worse. His robot toy powered on by itself, and his stuffed animals ended up scattered across his bed. Victor still doesn't know what haunted his apartment, but he knows he wasn't alone.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment. See you in the next one.